Mabuhay ES 2210. The definition of Mabuhay is hello. It's Filipino for hello. I'm going back to my own slides and we're continuing our discussion on centroids. If you remember, centroids are the average weighted x and y and z when weighted by area. Before we continue our talk about centroids, I want to talk about Bill, Wyoming. It's a real town in Wyoming that you can find on a Rand McNally atlas. And the population of Bill is actually two. It's Bill and his wife. And here are some photos of Bill, Wyoming. Anyway, one time I was asking a student, where are you from? And the student told me, I live about 25 miles northeast of Bill. And I knew what this student was talking about because I knew where Bill was. So here you can see Bill, Wyoming. And here is this town, Clairton, which is to the northeast of Bill. I can't remember if that's the town this student was from. But when you need to use Bill as a reference point to where you live, you kind of live out in the middle of nowhere. The reason I bring this up is that when we calculate the centroid x and y distance for a 2D problem, we need to calculate the x and y relative to an origin. So we need to pick the origin of the coordinate system first, and then we'll calculate x and y relative to that. For example, we might find the centroid relative to the bottom left corner of a shape, or the centroid from the top middle of a shape. Anyway, you have to pick a centroid, and you have to pick an origin, and you find where the centroid is relative to that origin. I'm about to go through several examples, but in all these examples, the first step is to pick the origin of the coordinate system, and the answers will be where the centroid is relative to that. We're going to find the centroid for lines and for areas using both x, y, and polar coordinates.